The Yankees 1-1 bottom of the third. Tony Womack is going to lay down a bunt. Watch this, a bizarre play. Orlando Hudson running to back up the play, runs into Rick Reed, the umpire. Reed to the ground. He was all right. Koski feels it, gets the out. But Hudson had to leave the CAT scan negative. But wow, just trying to back up. So Hudson had to leave it. So who comes in? The Blue Jays are down 6-3. Frank Menechino. Sir Douglas Quinten. I got to remember that. At any rate, Menechino had 3 RBIs, and the Yankees have blown a 6-3 lead at 6-6. Now Mike Stanton on in relief in the 7th. Eric Hinske, who had 4 hits. Remember, he hit the shot off Randy Johnson on Friday night. Hillenbrand is the one with the 4 hits. He scores from second. The Jays go on to beat the Yankees 8-6. And now the Yankees, in the Steinbrenner era, through May 1st, and admittedly it's May 1st, but if you're wondering what 10-15, which they are now, 7.5 back, that's the farthest behind on May 1st that they have been, except for 1984 when the Tigers, I think, won just about every game played, and the Yankees end up 17 back. By the way, series this year, the Yankees 2-6-1 in series. It'll change, just doesn't look good right now.
9, please. Well, they haven't had 9 straight since September of 1999 to the 11th. Game tied at 2 outs, bases. Chuck Larry, Bigby goes down swinging, so the Jays survive. We're going to head to 12. Top 12, nobody out. Runners in the corner for Shea Hillenbrand. Miguel Tejada coming home with it. Now we've got Vernon Wells in a hot box, and they're going to get Wells. And there's Corey Koski sneaking in third. Look at this one more time. If Javi Lopez just got a little longer arm, or just so close, can't get down there, and so Koski's in at third base. A couple of batters later, after an intentional walk, Greg Zahn right up the middle off Todd Williams. 2 will come home. The Blue Jays go on to win this thing by a final count of 6-2. They get 4 in the 12th, so the O's streak is over, and the Jays still in second, but sticking close to first in the AL East.
Blue Jays and Orioles, 2 best teams in the AL East at the moment. Really. Former Oriole Josh Towers. Thrown to first. Shea Hillenbrand will pick off Brian Roberts, who had 1 hit in the game. Top of the 4th, 1 on. Daniel Cabrera strikes out Vernon Wells looking, and then Geronimo Heel throwing out Orlando Hudson trying to steal. Base runner still has not reached second. Top of the 6th, 1 on. Heel throwing out Reed Johnson attempting to steal second. Base runner still has not reached second base on Josh Towers. 8th, top of the 8th, 1 on. Zahn. Greg Zahn. Check swing. That's called ball. 4 runners on first and second for Toronto. Eric Hinske, congratulations. You're the first base runner to reach second after 47 plate appearances in the game. Still in the top of the 8th. Runners on the corners. Russ Adams. Sometimes it's not the power that wins ball games. It can't be the slow roller. Hinske comes in to score. Blue Jays with his 7th win in 8 games. They're 2 back of Baltimore for them.
Blue Jays and Orioles. This here's the varsity in the AL East. Eric Bedard has not given up an earned run in his last 15 innings pitched. Here in the second gets Alex Rios looking, Eric Hinske looking, and apparently he was so good everybody just stood around looking. Ken Huckabee goes down. Top 8 still scoreless man on third. John McDonald hits one up the middle, scoring Eric Hinske. So Toronto manages to push a run across. 1-0. Bedard 8 innings pitched, 4 hits that run, struck out 12. Bottom 8, Sammy Sosa. Come on around and score. Brian Roberts, Miguel Tejada will come in. That ends a 22-inning scoreless drought for the O's, and they lead on top of things 2-1. Check out the replay, though. Third base coach Tom Trebelhorn. Big stop sign for Tejada, and he's just running the red light. Come on home. He's in easily. The Wendell Kim.
Yeah, well, it's sort of
He'll
the
just wave right
anti-Wendell Kim, yeah.
2 batters later, Javi Lopez off Roy Halladay. That's gone. 3-run homer, his 5th of the season. Doc gives up 5 on 12 hits, and the Orioles win at 5-1. Score a few runs to move to 8.
First place White Sox taking on the Blue Jays in Toronto. Second inning, White Sox manager Ozzie Guillen talking to umpires while the grounds crew rakes around home plate. Issues with the footing for the players. 4th inning, the raking doesn't help Jermaine Dye. He slips and falls. They had the roof open at the Rogers Center for the first time this season. Top 5, Juan Uribe loses his footing, and the spikes don't seem to be working. Top 7, Chicago down 3-2. Jermaine Dye facing Pete Walker. And no problem here. Dye can take his time. Solo shot, ties the game at 3, 4th of the year for Dye. Now top 8 still tied at 3. 0-2 pitch for A.J. Przinsky facing Miguel Batista. And that's going to drop. Carl Everett and Paul Konerko will come in to score. White Sox score to win at 5-3. They've had a lead in 29 straight games. They also have baseball's best record at 22-7.
Won't need your calculator.
John Garland and the red-hot White Sox in Toronto Saturday looking for their 6th straight win. And Scott Podsednik goes crazy. Top of the first inning, he runs and steals one on Ted Williams. That's the first stolen base of the game for Podsednik. I think you know where I'm going. Move on to the second. Podsednik takes off again. Greg Zaun, the throw to second is wide, so Podsednik goes all the way to third. Second stolen base for Podsednik. In the fourth, Podsednik on first. Carl Everett at bat, 6-2 White Sox. And there he goes again. That guy steals enough he could work for Enron. Third stolen base for Podsednik. Same inning, same batter, same Podsednik, and he just keeps stealing. But he's over at third base. Podsednik, fourth stolen base, second time he's done that in his career. Later in the fourth, Paul Konerko facing Matt Whiteside, and Konerko to the windows. Jacks it out of there, 3-run shot. White Sox win 10-7. Garland, his 6th win of the year.
Number 2, White Sox Blue Jays, Jermaine Dye. At the wall. Climbing the wall. He gone. Jermaine Dye in Toronto, eh? White Sox win 10-7.
In the White Sox Blue Jays game, but first Mark Buehrle, 0-1, 4.26 ERA, and 5 starts against Toronto. In fact, the White Sox never play well in Toronto. Buehrle got Greg Zaun there, got Reed Johnson there. Buehrle 7 1/3, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. He's 7-1 in his last 9 starts. Here's a scary moment, though. John McDonald chopping to third. Joe Creedy flipped to second. Greg Zaun breaks up the double play, but he's in serious pain at second base. Watch it again. Zaun sliding in the second. He's kneed in the head by Pedro Lopez, and then Zaun's head also hits the ground. He was fitted with an oxygen mask, braces for his head and neck, carted off to the hospital. He's been placed on the DL with a concussion. He'll be reevaluated Monday before he's released from the hospital. Damaso Marte gets his 2nd save, getting Johnson to fly out to center. White Sox win their 8th straight game. Pale Hose now a Major League best 24-7. That also matches the 1919 White Sox, or Black Sox, for their best start in club history. White Sox have led. They've led in all 31 games this season. Longest such streak to begin a season in the history of baseball, and that's a long time. And they're starting pitching flat-out dominant. 19-3, 2.96 ERA. Sox starters lead the AL wins, ERA, innings pitched, and shots.
Season. That gives you a hint as to what's going to happen against the Blue Jays because they came into the game 8-24. Bottom 3 tied at 1. Here is Shea Hillenbrand.
Oh.
Shea Hillenbrand logs on for the 3rd time this season. Blue Jays taking a 3-1 lead. Top 7, same score man on. Oh, Halladay. Roy Halladay getting Emil Brown with a breaking ball. Halladay his 3rd complete game. Lasted just an hour and 44 minutes. Pena on his way out as the Royals lose 3-1. We have our first managerial casualty of the 05 season. Tony Pena is out heading into Tuesday night's game. Royals had dropped 15 of 18. Hard to forget Pena's first words when he was hired as KC manager. He said, quote, "I'm the DJ. I play the music. Everybody's going to dance. If you can't dance, get off the dance floor." There's been a little parking on the dance floor lately.
He's out
Kansas
the dance
City.
floor.
The music has stopped. He does not have a chair. Tony Pena's first full season as manager in 03. He had Kansas City in contention most of the year before they faded down the stretch. Been a dramatic fade since then, just 8-25.
This is the Sports Center Express. Royals Blue Jays trailing 9-7 in the 8th. Jays explode for 5 runs to come back and beat the Royals 12-9 as your final. And, well, no Tony Pena, but really no change for the folks from KC.
Blue Jays and Indians. 2-2 in the 7th. Johnny Peralta, his 5th of the year. Kevin Millwood did not get his 100th career win.
Roy Halladay is capable of such. He gets Aaron Boone swinging. Johnny Peralta staring. We'll jump to the 6th inning. He's not perfect. He's given up some hits. Man on first with Travis Hafner on a 2-1 count.
Now it's 3-1.
John Gibbons didn't like it. Jim Reynolds runs him. Hafner walks. First,
don't mess with them Reynolds.
Ben, oh man, the O-Dog. What a play by Hudson.
I picked you up, baby. I picked you up, baby. That's what he's saying out there.
Alex Cora up the middle. The O-Dog's a web gem waiting to happen.
O-Dog.
Vernon Wells, oh, where you been all year. Vernon's 5th. Blue Jays win it. What a great combination that is. If Vernon Wells goes deep and Halladay pitches, life good in the AL East for Toronto. Halladay 6-2, 5-1 on the road.
Young Rios, man. He's a nice-looking player. He's starting to come on, 2nd homer of the year.
Sabathia loses his 3rd straight start.
Now the Blue Jays and the Twins, Johan Santana, the book on him, get to him early. And that's exactly what the Toronto Blue Jays did Tuesday. First inning, first batter, in fact, Alex Rios leads off the game with a ringing double off the wall in right center field. And that sets the table for the next batter. Reed Johnson, the single left. Rios, plenty of speed. He scores, and it's 1-0 Jays. Just 2 batters later. How about Vernon Wells? That's cranked. He hammers one to left. His 6th of the season, 3-0 Blue Jays after the first inning. Fast forward, top 5, Blue Jays up 3-2. Second and third for Shea Hillenbrand, a single to center off Santana. 2 more runs scored, and it's 5-2 Toronto. First time Santana has allowed more than 4 earned runs since May 23rd of 2004. Yes, he is human, the defending Cy Young Award winner. Top of the 6th. One more problem for Santana as Orlando Hudson takes him deep to left. Santana giving up 7 earned runs in 5 1/3. The Blue Jays win it 10-3. Now number 2, Blue Jays and the Twins, and Jacque Jones ranging over in foul territory in right. The catch over the wall. That's called knowing your ballpark.
Or Jock Jam in this case.
All right, the Sports Center Express, Blue Jays and Twins tied at 2 in the 4th. Michael Kadire. Look out for the baggy in right center. It's a solo shot, put the Twins ahead for good. And number 6, Blue Jays and Twins, Jesse Crain. Wow, reflexes right there. You know, wouldn't have hit him, but that would have been a double.
Think fishing here. We own the Bassmasters and all. Second inning, look, catch and release. Vernon Wells flies out to Torrey Hunter. Catch, good. And then, you know, sometimes little ones, you throw them back in. Corey Koski going to be gunned down at second. Koski broke his thumb on that play, had to leave the game. Bottom 6, Michael Kadire. He's on fire, bases loaded, doubles to left. Justin Morneau, Hunter will both score. 2-0 Twins. Like a fish out of water. Gustavo Chacin, let's see, Coach, get the hook. He's out, 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 4 earned runs. Then Joe Mays cruising in the 8th inning, but we've yet to see the catch of the day. Shannon Stewart reels it in, nicely done. Mike Iaconelli, what do you think?
Yeah! Yeah! Oh my God, I love it!
That's your 2003 Bassmasters champ. He loves it because the Twins win 4-0. Mays, shutout, 7 hits, 2 Ks.
All right, the Nats and the Blue Jays in Toronto. That's what you chose. That's what we call producing in the business. Bottom of the 4th, Vernon Wells at the plate facing Claudio Vargas. Nationals leading 1-0 when Wells went deep. Hit 2 of them in the game. Blue Jays leading 2-1. And later in the same frame, Vargas facing rookie Aaron Hill at the plate. Hill deep to center field. Ball goes all the way to the wall. First career hit is a ringing 2 RBI triple. Toronto leading at 4-1. Hinsky and Adams come in. Now, Vernon Wells already with 2 home runs in the game, so he's got a little time on his hands. Here it comes. The pie for Aaron Hill as the Blue Jays go on to win 6-1. Blue Jays, and it was all about Doc Halladay. Roy Halladay won the Cy Young Award in 2003. He had arm issues after that, but seems to be all the way back. Top of the 1st, he gets Guillen to ground out to 3rd. Had a great game. Jeff Brantley, your thoughts on why he's so effective?
How does he do it? Curveballs for strikes, especially early in the count, moving the balls on both sides of the plate with his fastball, also using elevation with his fastball, changing eye levels, and then throwing that sinker, getting ground balls. Throws a lot of strikes, very confident in his stuff. That's why he's got 7 wins.
All right, he was very nasty Saturday in a 7-0 Blue Jays win. Retired the last 13 in a row to end his day.
Number 4, Nationals and Blue Jays. Brad Wilkerson at the wall in Toronto. It's a tremendous grab, but the Nationals go on to lose the game.
He's in control. Ken Huckabee wants it down. He wants a little bit away. That's where it was. Guillen hit it hard, but wasn't out of the area that the catcher wanted. Towers, look at where that one's going. Right?
Sink to it. Sink down. There it is.
Towers cruising, hitting his spots. Oh, God, speaking of hitting spots. And Aaron Hill came. All right, in the 5th inning.
A little bird fidgets right there. What's he doing?
Kuzma turned on it. That would load the bases. Towers. Ooh. Hang him and bang him.
He hit his spot there. The problem is that was the same spot Guillen was looking for.
Nats go up 5-2. They cruise 9-2. The Nationals still very much part of the picture in the NL.
Red Sox came into Tuesday 2.5 up on the Yankees for second in their division, opening 3-game set in Toronto. Bottom 7, Reed Johnson off Mike Timlin. 2-run shot is second. It's 6-5 Toronto. This after David Wells allowed 5 runs on 7 hits and 6 1/3. 6-6 in the 9th. Alan Embry walks the number 9 hitter John McDonald on 4 pitches. Dave Wallace, get on the phone. Embry imploding too quickly for the Red Sox to make a change. Next up, it's Reed Johnson. Remember, he homered earlier in the game. How about another one? Yeah, 3-run shot. The Blue Jays' first walk-off home run of the year. Johnson's second career multi-home run game. He was the hero Tuesday night in Toronto.
Gibby told me after I hit my first home run, I was coming up there my last at-bat, he said, you know, just get a base hit, be a hero, but just get a base hit, you know? I felt like turning around and telling him, you know, I'm going to try to hit one out again.
Well, Gibby, of course, John Gibbons, the manager, his Blue Jays beat Boston 9-6.
Somebody say Boston?
Yes.
Bronson Arroyo, back from suspension, has a major league high 17 straight starts without a loss. Taking on the Blue Jays, Orlando Hudson with a man on. Right to Kevin Millar. He can't handle. Hudson safe first. Reed Johnson advances to second. Next batter, Greg Zahn. Arroyo and catcher Jason Varitek get crossed up. Runners advance, passed ball. So Zahn's still at bat, second and third. And he sends the Arroyo offering in base hit to left. Johnson comes around to score, and it's 1-0 Toronto. Reed Johnson, he was the hero Tuesday night. More fielding issues for Boston. Arroyo can't field his position on this particular time. Airmailing the throw. Blue Jays cruise over the Red Sox 6-1.
And perhaps move into second in the AL East. You see their numbers against Toronto last year and this year. After losing Wednesday night to Toronto, Johnny Damon said, we're a really bad team right now. We need to win tomorrow. It's a must-win. They didn't get it. Bottom 1, it's already 1-0 Toronto. 2 outs, though. Wade Miller's 14th pitch fouled off. Why are we telling you it's the 14th pitch? Well, he'd pitch again. 15th fouled off by Hillenbrand. Later in the at-bat, ball 4. Miller had 10 pitches before he faced Hillenbrand, 19 pitches after Hillenbrand. The 22nd pitch of the inning was to Eric Hinsky's liking, and it's a 2-run homer up and out of Sky Dome. They can call it whatever they want. It's Sky Dome. 6th home run of the year, 3-0 Toronto. Pitch number 26, that's a walk to Vernon Wells. Dave Wallace says this is no good. He comes out to chat with his pitcher. Miller said after the game, my arm feels good. Feels good, but got to work out in the first. This is pitch number 32. Greg Zahn, that's a single out to right. Pitch number 36 to Aaron Hill. Well, bases are now loaded. Miller had 5 walks in his first 3 starts. He had 3 walks in the first inning on Thursday. Pitch number 38 to Russ Adams. It's a double to left center. Wells, Zahn, and Hill all come in to score. Miller pitched in the first inning 43 times he offered to the dish. Boston's lost 8 of 12. Johnny Damon says we cannot push the panic button.
The Twins, Johan Santana, just 1 win in 5 starts this month going into Friday in Toronto. Bottom 1, Frank Menechino. Will it stay in the yard? Yes. Off the fence in left center. It scores Reed Johnson all the way from first. Blue Jays trail 2-1. Top 2, Shannon Stewart. Big night Friday. It was 4 for 5. The home run is Stewart's 7th of the year, and it gives Minnesota a 3-1 lead. That was plenty for Santana. Bottom 3 facing Johnson. Gets him. Bottom 6, it's Alex Rios. And then in the 7th, Ken Huckabee. Santana allowed 2 runs on only 4 hits and 7. He struck out 8. He had been 0-2 in his last 3 starts against the Blue Jays. Minnesota wins this one 7-2.
To Toronto now, Twins and the Blue Jays. It's been a struggle for Dave Bush so far this season. 0-4 going into Saturday's game. Top 5, Bush facing Juan Castro. Well hit. Only question, foul or fair? And it's just foul. Very next pitch, though, Castro straightens it out. And that one's gone. Castro's 3rd, his 2nd in 2 days. Twins up 3-1. Next batter, Shannon Stewart. That's well hit. Reed Johnson is going to go get it. No, he's not. Stewart's 8th. He's homered in 3 straight games. Blue Jays make it close, but the Twins going to win it 4-3 with 7 strong from Kyle Loesch.
And it's
Twins and Blue Jays, Roy Halladay has won his last 3 starts, 1 earned run or fewer in each. Top 6. Halladay tells Juan Castro, you ain't got to go home, kid, but you got to get the heck up out of here. He retired 16 straight Twins at 1 point. Top 7, Justin Morneau up. Morneau grounded to short. Russ Adams, diving stop. Eric Hinske scooping at first. Halladay getting some help from the D side. 9th inning, looking for his 4th complete game of the season. Kid was filthy. Matt LaCroix just got straight punked. Halladay allowed a bunt single in the 1st, an infield single in the 5th, and that was it. 10 Ks, 8th shutout of his career. Blue Jays win at 4-zip. So Halladay, the latest addition to the list of pitchers with 8 wins. 4 guys in all. You got Halladay, John Garland, Livan Hernandez, and the D-Train, Dontrelle Willis. Halladay's matched last year's win total. The other 3 are...
Blue Jays and Mariners. Ted Lilly 2-6 in his career against Seattle, facing Adrian Beltre. Beltre on the ground to Lilly, off his shin, right to first. Eric Hinske tags first. Beltre out. They practiced that in the spring training. Next batter, Richie Sexson. You know the Mariners are 2-10 in games they face lefties. We bring this up because Richie Sexson proves us.
And that's belted deep.
Boy, is it belted. Number 13 on the year for Sexson. It's 2-0 Seattle. What a shot against Lilly. Bottom 5 more Sexson. Sexson nails it. Single. That'll work. That'll score Ichiro. Seattle wins. Jamie Moyer, now Seattle's all-time winningest pitcher. It's about the fans, Reese. Blue Jays already up 2-0. Vernon Wells facing Ryan Franklin, 2-on. For the love of elevation, a 3-run homer by Wells. And just like that, the Blue Jays are up 5-0. Wells' 10th home run of the year to the 3rd. Wells back in the box, 1-on. Now, Seattle catcher Rene Rivera, first career Major League start, right? Rivera fails to give Franklin a good target, and he's got that yellow line around him. Franklin throws it right over the middle, and Wells goes deep. 2nd home run of the game. Wells ties a career high, 5 RBIs, 2 home runs. Now we go to the top of the 5th. Wells in the box again, facing Julio Mateo. Gets good wood on it, does Wells. Are you kidding me? Could this be his 3rd? It's deep, but it's in the park. Okay, 2 home runs, not a bad night. Blue Jays win 9-7.